All right, everybody, we are back for another Twisted Cape Thursday night 7:30 extravaganza bonanza with some guests from What's Your Spaghetti Policy. We have Jakub and Alex here. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely, man. So if you haven't been watching the last few weeks, we're in the throes of our March matchups, and it has been quite intense. There have been many tears, a lot of laughter, mostly in spite.
I'm not still over hating Mike over last week.
I mean, somebody probably got lit on fire. It wasn't me, but I would apologize, but I've had nothing to do with any of this. This is all you guys.
So
no, you're the puppet master. You've been orchestrating this whole thing.
I mean, maybe.
So coy. Anyway, so what's your spaghetti policy? Jakub, Alex, thank you guys so much for joining us. We always like to give you guys a spot to plug yourselves before we get going here. So why don't you go ahead and do that?
Oh boy. I don't know.
Where can we find your content?
That oh boy was kind of Minnesota right there. Oh boy.
Oh boy. We didn't rehearse.
No, I mean, am I supposed to plug the show or plug our socials?
Oh,
yes.
Plug everything.
So follow us on Twitter at Spag Policy Pod. I think it's podcast. It's PAG Policy Podcast. And our podcast it's very hard to describe. I feel like Mike would be better at it because it's all people get different things out of the show. But it's basically me and my friend Jakub, and we sit around for an hour and we bullshit about just about anything and everything. And Jakub is a bit of an enigma, so it's always a roulette wheel of what's going to come out of his mouth, and I think that's part of the charm. I think.
I mean,
so
it's debatable, for sure. But it's like we're sex education, we're religious studies, we're leisure podcasts. We only do politics sometimes.
We don't.
We don't do politics or religion.
Our
But
two hard and fast rules are no politics, no religion.
and it keeps things so clean. It does. We don't have any hate mail at all.
It's a good palate
If we get hate mail, we
cleanser
throw it away.
for the weekend.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You've often described it as a palate cleanser. It's just kind of fun and free-flowing. Honestly, the two of you just work really well together, and it's fun listen.
And, so elephant in the room, we're all on video. Where's Jakub? Turns out he's one of the many, many people who is experiencing tech issues during this time. So there is no camera for Jakub tonight.
I apologize.
It's probably for the
advance.
best.
I mean, you don't know how many people I've scared off of our podcast from being people see me in public and they're like, "Oh God," and then they never listen again.
Probably naked right now, so you would get flagged anyways.
Yeah, that's probably the best that I'm not on camera. So
honestly, Jakub, if I end up on camera and people still tune into this show, you probably would have been fine. So it's all good.
You're giving him too much credit.
So now we have What's Your Spaghetti Policy with us. They've plugged. Mike, go ahead. Take it away with the news.
All right. So tonight, first news story, 10% of the Snyder Cut is in slow-mo. Somebody ran the actual numbers.
It felt like so much more than that.
It did.
Oh,
but
come on.
Slow motion.
Slow motion for
my
me.
question.
Slow motion.
Yeah, nice. Good reference. I'm proud to know you right now. So excluding sexual activity, because that's far too easy, what in your life deserves to be in slow motion when it happens?
So if you ever had like a really good meal that you just never wanted to end, it's just every bite is just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Yeah.
Just make it like 10% longer just to enjoy every last bite.
Yeah.
Oh, so many good meals I wish I could just extend.
Get it all.
I don't know why, but when you just described that scenario, it made me think of Bruce Bogtrotter from the movie Matilda, and he had to eat that whole entire chocolate cake.
I've never seen it.
No, you've
That's
never
like the
seen
one
Matilda?
reference
Oh
I
my
get.
god!
I've
Moving,
seen the gif.
moving
I've seen the gifs
on.
of it, and he's like eating the cake. The one reference I understand. I get it.
I've heard about that. See, I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
You could do it, Brucey. Anyway, so actually, one thing I would not want to have in slow-mo, but because I don't want it so much, I think I would. And that's like booting up your computer for the first day of the week, you know? Like you're pressing the power button and it's just taking forever for your computer to boot up. And you're just like in that moment of like, all right, well once it's up, I have to get going now. And I hate that moment, and I would just wish it was never in slow motion, but it always feels
Honestly,
like it.
That would be the most anxiety-inducing thing I think of all time, because
It's
you're
like-
just sitting there, just staring at it, waiting for it. Like, because what do you do when you boot up a computer? You just sit there and look at it.
It's just
Like,
straight
you're
out
not,
of
like-
Office Space, actually.
It
Now
really
that I'm
is.
thinking about it more.
For me, and this is kind of fucked up, and I don't feel bad about it at all. It's watching people fall.
Man, that's
When
so
somebody
fucked up.
trips,
That's
that-
so messed up.
that
I love
that
it.
face they make right, but when like they're like contemplating, okay, I'm either gonna catch myself from a fall, and they're like scrunch your face up and shit. Like that's it. That's the moment.
That
'Cause they
face
just
when they
kind of-
realize that gravity's just betrayed them.
yeah. Like that's what I want, because it's hysterical.
That is,
in my
that is when
mind.
somebody's at their weakest, though. That's so sad to watch somebody fall. I
Yeah,
can't imagine
I
watching
know.
it in slow motion and not be able to do anything about it. You're
Like-
just sitting here, they're falling and they're crying probably after they fall. It's so
Do you laugh in slow motion?
it makes it even worse. Because then
Yeah,
they look over
that's
and you're
the
over
life-
here smiling and laughing at them falling in slow motion.
like so my dog sleeps in my bed, and she's tiny, so she jumps up on the bed, and sometimes she doesn't quite make it,
Okay.
and half her body's on and half her body's off, and this look of panic and help me comes across her face. Yes, Sam, that's it. It is so fucking funny, dude. Like, just savor those moments. Those are good.
My bulldog does that, but sometimes he doesn't clear it, and so he gets really embarrassed and sad. And he has this look on his face when he like jumps again and gets up there. He's just like, "Don't look at me. Don't look at me."
Yeah.
So what about you guys? You have a slow-mo moment that
For me,
I need-
it's sleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's
just
the most
extend that sleep,
boring.
baby.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah, it is
imagine
boring.
people watching you sleep, and it's just like
No
in
one's
slow
watching
motion.
me sleep. It's
I'm
just
I'm
slow.
watching you sleep. I mean,
That's weird.
is that? Oh, okay. Well, I probably wasn't.
That's a
shouldn't say
strange
that
thing to
out
admit.
loud.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm thinking. I think a good piss, really, because you get the feeling of it, and it's like you're taking a leak, and you don't want it to end, Is it? Am I the only one?
you do, but I thought you that's why you're
You-
doing it, because you do want it to end.
No, I want it in slow motion so I can have that sensation of peeing, for 30 seconds.
Oh,
No?
okay.
Okay.
I told
mean,
you,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
I get
responsible
it.
for what he says.
And I'm right there with you.
Thank you so much. See, thank you. That makes me feel so much better. Because honestly, I felt a little bit weird at first, but
No.
I was the only one admitting this. You guys don't have you ever not just held your pee for a really long time,
Sure,
and then you go to pee? I don't want that sensation to end. It's like I don't know.
Not on purpose.
it's not a good sensation, but
It's a great sensation. I have a great sensation peeing. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
I have
If I could
maybe-
speed that up 10%, I'd be happier. Like
That
let's
would-
get
That would
this out
hurt
of the
so
way.
bad.
yeah, that is. Oh my gosh, you're talking about like a
I
rocket
don't mean
jet
like
coming out of
actually
your dick.
pee
you know, it's-
faster, but it's like just fast motion. It's like fast forward through a pee.
I mean, you got to understand who's saying this, by the way.
I guess you do waste a lot of time taking a piss, but you also waste a lot of time sleeping and eating, and those two are the things that I wish I could cut out of my life altogether. I don't need either one of those. They're a waste of time. Get them out of here.
So we are
Shelby's just dunking on you
Yeah.
all automatically.
Okay, of course she is.
are already getting hate comments.
From his wife. It's delightful.
So great.
Right. Move on to the
All right. So Snyder cut 10% in slow motion.
That's a lot, right?
It really is. Like,
It's a
given that the
4-hour movie.
it's a 4-hour movie, and 10% of that, Jesus.
Feels
It's so
worse,
much-
man.
It's so much slow motion. Is it all the Flash? Is it like
No.
every? Because I feel like he's the only one that goes like has a slow motion scene, right?
I would
No.
say of all the slow motion, it's maybe only a quarter of it that's just him.
You gotta think like
Fight scenes
pretty
and
pretty
stuff.
much every fight scene, especially the ones with Wonder Woman, like
Oh yeah.
pretty much all that is slow motion.
Yeah.
That does seem excessive. It seems like an excessive use of slow motion.
It is, but that's kind of Zack Snyder's style.
Yeah, that's the signature.
Okay,
Going all the way
that's
back
fair.
to like, you remember like 300 and like BVS and everything. There's nothing.
So you're saying it's all style, no substance?
Oh, Duncan!
Woo!
All right. So now we'll move on to the next topic because I don't want to be on this thing for like 45 minutes, if we can avoid it. So Black Widow is getting a theatrical and streaming hybrid release. In case you missed that this week. So do you guys think this is going to be the model going forward? Just HBO Max and movie theaters, or do you think they're like? Because I know it's going to be like premium access. So they're probably going to want you to pay like $30 for it. So how are you guys feeling about that?
I think they're going to lose way too much money by doing this because people aren't going to do this. They'd rather release it in theaters and have people go to the theaters. It's necessary for the moment. But once things calm down a bit again, they're going to go straight back to theaters.
Yeah. I think if they were to integrate something like if you have an HBO Max subscription, you get like a discounted ticket to go see it in theaters or something like that.
That would be dope.
I think that would be something to drive people back to theaters. And then you have the movie later, when it comes out on Blu-ray, or digital, you have it on HBO Max, but you got that initial discount and they get their money kind of in two ways. But there's the appeal. Like I love seeing movies in theaters. But there definitely is, it's nice to see it just at home, when it premieres. So yeah, but I think it's out of necessity for right now. And I think there's going to be some sort of hybrid going forward. Maybe with like smaller movies, they'll do just the release, digital. But I think for the big tentpole films, I don't think we're ever going to see like a Black Widow just premiere on streaming, especially now with the long form TV series, which are pretty much like long movies anyway. I don't think we're going to keep seeing big movies just premiere on stuff like HBO Max and Disney Plus.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that too. I think it just depends on the company because, Disney charges the premium access and it still equates to about the same prices like 2 movie tickets anyways. But I think the future is actually, so where we live is the headquarters of Regal Cinemas. And they just announced, not to like really segue away from it, but they just announced that starting in 2022, they're doing all Warner Brothers films are exclusive to Regal Cinemas for 45 days, which means they're not going to be on HBO Max for the first 45 days, and you will have to go to Regal Cinemas to watch basically Batman. So I think that is actually what the future is going to be. I think it's going to kind of resemble what video game industry kind of is with like timed exclusive stuff. And I think because they have HBO Max, they can do that. But, obviously they want people to go into the theaters to watch Batman and stuff. But I think that's more along the lines. But I mean, Disney's not going to lose money. They like print money. So
well, Disney might, but Warner will.
Yeah.
They're already kind of hemorrhaging it.
Yeah.
I want to say that they were probably already towards this direction. I don't know if it's controversial to say, but I think that we were already going towards this direction where they were going to release it on digital versus, as well as in theaters. Just because I can't see any other way that you maximize your profits other than doing that, because then you have the people who don't want to go to the theaters and don't want to be jam-packed in a room with other people. And granted, that is a part of the experience. Yeah, I hate people. I don't like being around people. I apologize.
Hate people too.
I don't like it. I don't like any kind of close quarters. Like I said last night, I don't like any kind of close quarter combat going on in movie theaters. There's too much of it. But I do think that there is going to be a push towards, hey, because it's another revenue stream for them where they can. I don't know how they did as far as the first movie they released on there, which I forgot. I know that's which one did they release on Disney first?
Mulan.
There we go. I don't know how that one. Well, there was a lot of controversy surrounding that movie.
But wasn't it a success? Didn't they make like a ton of money?
Probably.
But I think that's.
Nothing else is going on.
Yeah, that's true. That it came out like in the middle of the pandemic where there was literally nothing else to do. Like there was no other kind of movies or anything going on. So
that could have been a movie of people tying their shoes and people were like, "Oh my god, anything!"
Please give me that feeling again.
But it's kind of weird though because like I want to watch that like Raya and the Last Dragon, but like not enough to watch it for $30. Yeah. But like I loved Onward because it was free.
Yeah.
But like I'll probably pay $30 to watch Black Widow, even though I really don't care about the movie. But it's I'm invested into the MCU, so it's like okay.
Yeah, I mean, also like you also have to like kind of consider like if you took your wife and kid to go see a movie, you're gonna spend more than $30. But you're already, I mean, like, like it's a movie. Like I know Sam, like for instance, the Snyder Cut. There's no way you were sitting through that. Like if that was in a theater, you would have gone to the bathroom 4,000 times, and it wouldn't have been fun for you, honestly. Or the people sitting next to you, like me and Jesse.
So I've been sitting on the end the last like 3 or 4 movies.
I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, it can be kind of tough, right? Like sometimes having the movie at home just makes things a little easier. You can get whatever food you want. If you want, like some places you can't drink. If you want to drink, you can just get a drink. Like
there's a pause button.
I could be wasted. I could be wasted as hell watching this movie. You kidding me? Like, sign me up. I know that there's Regal theaters that have like beer and stuff involved, but I can't be like blackout drunk in the middle of a Regal theater. You know,
you can.
Well, I mean, you can, but you shouldn't.
Also, if you're not walking into the theater waving beer cans in people's faces, you can bring some beer into a theater.
That's fair.
So
okay,
fair.
Did you guys go to the theater like at nighttime? Because I would always go at like 10:45 in the morning.
Get that matinee, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No people.
Old people matinee. Oh yeah, that's good.
Well, yeah, less people and it's cheaper.
We had a movie theater up here that they would do matinees, and it was $1 to get in any movie, and it didn't matter if it was like the headlining movie of the month or whatever. It was like it was $1.
It was only on Tuesdays.
Probably. I don't know. I don't remember shit, but I know that it was $1 at some point, and it was like you just showed up at any time before. I think it was like 10 or 11 o'clock, and you could watch a movie for $1. And I was like, hell yeah, sign me up. Let's go.
Yeah, we tended to see at least for the movies that we would all see together. It was always at night because we'd see it like premiere night Thursday, and always at like
talk about it the next day. Yeah.
The 7:30 showing because we have kids and stuff. We can't just like up and go during the day. So
bye, bitch.
So we'd see it Thursday night and talk about it Friday.
No, I like going to the movies by myself. Like my wife does too. It's just like, I'm just gonna go watch a movie. I'll see you guys later. I don't think that's weird at all. No. So
I mean, it's not. I don't know. It's not weird, but I mean, if I saw somebody eating alone in like a restaurant,
you leave them alone.
You leave them alone, sure, but it's kind of like the same feel. I feel kind of sad for them. I'm like, hey, I wish you had.
We understand it's Steven Glansberg, but leave him alone.
Supposed to eat my dessert alone, like fucking Steven Glansberg over here.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was hoping somebody had that reference.
As a father of 2, I appreciate the quiet. So, like, if you ever see me eating by myself, don't talk to me. Like that's my special quiet.
I don't want to be bothered. I'm changing my worldview. I'm just gonna leave everybody that's like alone. That's alone. They want to just enjoy themselves. That's fine. Unless they're crying, I guess I'll say something.
You gotta go to movies by yourself, bro.
Why don't you quit judging people?
If they're crying, you just say stop crying. Move on.
I wasn't judging anybody.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch into our first topic here. We're gonna do a powers draft. So I have a list of powers here. The guys are in an order here. So it goes Sam, Jesse, Jacob, and Alex, and then it's just gonna snake back through until all the powers are gone. I will just quickly run down the powers that we have. So we have shape-shifting, self-explanatory, super speed, self-explanatory, flight, invisibility, super strength, energy projection. So that's, like energy blasts, pew-pew, that kind of thing. Weather manipulation. So think storm, basically.
I got you.
Teleportation, telekinesis. You can move things with your mind. Telepathy. It's basically like mind reading and mind control, things like that. Technopathy, which is being able to talk to and control machines. Time travel, precognition. So precognition is like something happens before it happens. Astral projection, so you can make your body like a ghost. Ooh, spooky. And do stuff. Pyrokinesis, so you can control fire. Power mimicry, so if somebody else has a power, you can mimic that power. Think Siler, but way less brain-eaty. If you get that joke, thank you.
I love season 1 of Heroes. It was great.
So did I. A healing factor, superhuman agility.
So sorry, it took me a second to get the reference, but I got it. Okay, I got it. I loved Heroes so much growing up, and it was great. I hope that they bring it back. I know they did. They
I mean,
brought
they
it back
did
for like
once.
a season,
It
but
was
I don't know
gross.
if they're not gonna do anything with it.
No, they won't.
It didn't do so well.
Yeah.
It was so mind control. So mind control, and a bestial form. So you get to pick a beast and change your body into that.
Like Beast Boy, right? Is that
Yeah, sure.
make sure
That's good. That's good.
Teen Titans Go, baby? It's like all we're
no,
watching.
Do not. Please don't. All right. So, Sam, you are on the clock with the very first pick. Pick your power.
I am going telekinesis.
Ooh, that's a good one. I believe that is called the lazy man's power because I would never touch another thing with my hands. Jesse.
There's so many good powers on here, but I gotta go with power mimicry because then you get basically all the powers.
My first two are gone. Sucks picking last.
Unfortunately, you got the last one, but you get two back to back. Jacob.
Ooh, I'm gonna go super strength because I've always wanted super strength. So
All right. Alex.
Flight.
All right.
That's a good one.
And Alex.
Man, something about being invisible sounds pretty dope to me.
All right.
sounds like you're a creeper. So sure. So yeah, it's whatever.
That's two good powers, by the way. All right, Jacob.
Ooh, superhuman agility and endurance, baby. I'm gonna be the biggest guy on the block, and I'm gonna be the
Damn.
fastest. You're not gonna touch me, baby.
That was my next one.
wrecking people. Oh, I love it.
Jesse.
Teleportation. I mean,
Oh.
it's flight, but fast.
Nightcrawler, baby.
Sam.
I'm gonna go with super speed.
Damn.
All
See,
right.
you don't
and
need the
then
super
Sam?
speed if you can teleport.
Well,
That's true.
yep.
All right, Sam, what's your next power?
Excuse me. So I'm gonna go healing factor.
Good.
If you going fast and you run to shit,
Oh, damn.
you don't have a
That's
healing
fair.
factor.
Well, I'm super strong, so it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Jesse, next.
I want to shock the shit out of people, so give me that weather manipulation.
Okay. That is in line with who you are as a person.
Yep.
Jacob.
Okay, I got a quick question. Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
if I am super strong and I have superhuman agility and endurance, do my astral projections also are they super strong as well, or are they just like a visage of like my image?
It's typically just kind of like a non-physical form, so
Yeah.
it would be
Okay,
kind
then
of
I'm
like
going.
a ghost-like form.
I'm gonna go shape shifting. Then I'm gonna be the strongest stapler anybody's ever seen.
This summer, Rab Schneider is a stapler.
Alex, two back to back, brother.
Let's go time
What the fuck am I
travel.
doing on this show? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Time travel
All right.
and precognition, so that way I can just basically make my own future.
I like it.
You're gonna create a bunch of holes in the future. Is what you're gonna do. You're gonna create a time loop, and
I'm in
blow
control
up
here,
the universe.
and I'm invisible, and I can fly. I'm like the all being.
I'm about to say you're like a watcher. Is what you are. It's like you're just one of those guys that just chills out with.
The
Stan
world is
Lee.
my playground, and I am the puppet master.
All right, Jacob. What's your next one?
Has anybody picked energy projection yet?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. God, I'm gonna be a stapler shooting not fireballs, energy balls at people. They're not
Out of
gonna be
your
able
balls.
to, out of my balls.
Energy staples.
Oh my God!
Energy
I'm
staples.
gonna be the stapler with a huge set of nuts on it, and it's gonna fire out energy balls. It's gonna be so great. People are gonna think it's a gag gift. They grab my balls. I laugh. I pop out as a giant man beast thing. Oh man, it's great.
If
I
they-
love
if
it.
If they grab
hard
your
to
nuts,
explain
does
our
like the thing shoot out on the spring? Is that what happens?
100%. Yes. It's like, and I snap back. I snap, and it's just me. And it's just me naked on your desk. And you're like, why are you in here? Why are you naked on my desk? Why were you a stapler? And then I throw the desk at them because I'm
Wait.
super strong. I can
Do
do
you
that.
have to be naked to shape shift?
Yeah, you have to. That's. I mean, your clothes aren't
Yeah,
going to shape shift.
Your clothes are
No.
not part of your body, so it makes
You
sense.
could give yourself clothes.
Oh, I guess I could shape shift myself into having just a permanent suit on. I
He's
guess.
going to shapeshift himself into a pair of cargo shorts,
Yeah.
so someone else can wear him.
Jesse.
I'm sorry. This
Moving
it's
swiftly
too much-
along.
There's too much structure in the show for us. Like we just
I'm sorry.
To round out all the elemental stuff, I'll take pyrokinesis.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. You can light stuff on fire
Without
with,
electricity
with
or
lightning,
fire.
and
Ooh, you
then
can fire
yeah.
tornadoes and shit. Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's
Good.
sick.
All right. Sam.
Hey, so could you do me a huge favor and tell me
Yeah.
what's left?
I can. So,
But I won't.
So far, we have telepathy, technopathy left. We have astral projection left.
They don't.
Wait, I
Objective.
thought someone had.
No, I decided to go with shapeshifting instead of astral.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
oh.
that's right. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have mind control and a bestial form.
I'm gonna go technopathy.
Oh, smart.
Makes sense for you.
All right, and then Sam, pick again.
All right. Astral projection.
All right, Jesse.
I guess telepathy. Yeah.
And you're gonna be reading people's minds too much. It's gonna blow up your brain, and then it's okay. It's fair.
Jakub.
Oh gosh. Okay. You just said what was left, and I've already forgotten.
I think all that's left is mind control and bestial.
Oh man, I'm going mind control.
All right.
Then I can make people touch my nut stapler. Hell yeah.
Fuck. So Alex, you get.
Wait, no, I don't want to do that. That comes off wrong. Okay, I apologize. I didn't mean to say that out loud.
Nope.
No, I'm not forcing anybody to touch my nut
We're gonna
stapler.
edit that out.
What is editing? I don't know what that is.
If anybody's
this
a graphic
show's
artist and watching, we're gonna need some illustration of a nut stapler wearing cargo shorts posted.
Do we need that though?
Oh, we absolutely do.
You may
Wait,
want
do we-
it,
are
but do we
you
need
sure?
it?
This needs to
All
be
right.
realized.
So I'm gonna run down everybody's. I'm gonna run down everybody's powers here really quick. So Sam has telekinesis, super speed, a healing factor, technopathy, and an astral projection. Pretty cool. Jesse, you have power mimicry, you fucking bitch. Teleportation, weather manipulation, pyrokinesis, and telepathy. Not bad.
Yeah, what do I got? What do I got exactly? Can you read it back for me?
Yeah, I can read it back for you. You stapler nuts, motherfucker. You have super strength, superhuman agility and endurance, shape-shifting, energy projections, and mind control. And then Alex, you have flight, invisibility, time travel, precognition, I can't talk, and bestial form. All pretty cool. All pretty cool powers. That was actually pretty fun. And it went as off the rails as I thought it was going to.
Good job, gentlemen.
Alex is just a wise man of the forest. I can see it now. He's just like he's a giant stag when you approach him, and then like he bestows
I'm just a
wisdom
tree
upon
with a
you.
face.
He's like an elk, and as you approach him in the forest, he like lifts off the ground and starts to fly towards you. And you're just like, oh god, and then he turns invisible. You're like, what the fuck just happened? Like people.
Why
are just
have you
thinking they
come to
went
my
crazy.
forest, child?
Oh my god, with your time travel abilities, you can like go through like periods of time and just like turn into people's like the deities that they worship and stuff.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
You would,
Fucking with
you would
people.
legitimately, like, literally live like a god is what you would do.
That was the intent.
He's already
damn.
Bigfoot. He's just walked through. He's every cryptozoological creature that's ever existed. People are just like, oh no, that's not real. We've never seen it again. And Alex is just like,
You stupid fuckers. You have no idea.
Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
that's such a good line. All right, let's hit these March matchups.
All right,
And
so before we start that, was there any ties last week that we had to break?
Nope, no ties
Oh, cool.
last break. Everything ended up pretty clean. So I'll be watching the comments here and keeping track. Everybody, buckle up. This shit's about to get nuts. All right. So to start our Excelsior 8, our first matchup is Spider-Man versus Moon Knight. This is personally difficult for me. So boys, who you got? Alex, I know.
Oh gee, I don't know.
That's a pretty sweet shirt, man.
Oh, you can't see it all. It has well, I'll have to stand up later, but it has like 4 different
To
comic
reveal
covers.
he's bottomless.
Yes.
He didn't prepare. He was.
Just
I don't know.
didn't.
So this was
Who's
actually
going first?
well,
All
this
right.
one's a little bit easier than some of the other ones. I'm going with Spider-Man.
Sam?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Spider-Man as well.
You okay, Jake?
Yeah.
I think it's fair. Okay, it's fine. Spider-Man, I get it, but I definitely have to go Moon Knight. As much as Alex's knowledge of Moon Knight he's bestowed upon me, like I just cannot see how Spider-Man wins this fight without
It's-
Moon
hang
Knight
on, so
ripping
let
his
me back
face off.
It's not a fight. It's who you
Oh,
like. more.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so Moon Knight. Okay.
And Spider. I don't know. In a fight,
Listen,
I don't know.
It's a fight of opinions here. There we
Okay, all right. Well, that makes more sense, and I apologize, but I do believe it's Moon Knight.
Jacob
There you go.
personally does not like Spider-Man.
I hate Spider-Man.
So-
I'm so sorry.
That's so weird. That's such a weird thing to hate. Like,
There's a reason, but we won't get into it.
all right. Yeah, we'll do that another time.
go.
Yeah.
That needs to be like
I'd
a
lo-
segment. Why do you hate the superhero? And we just need to have like all of our guests on to go through
my
like
God.
That'd be sick.
everything.
Yeah.
That would be dope. Obviously, I mean, I
Fuck
think
you, Booster Gold.
mine's pretty easy. Like I love Spider-Man, I love Peter Parker, I love Miles. Like he's great, but fucking, I mean, it's Moon Knight. He's the baddest dude on the planet, man. He's batshit crazy, and he's infinitely more interesting than a spoiled, smart teenager living in New York. So, and I
Spoiled?
love.
I don't know
yeah,
about spoiled.
Given like some of the greatest powers of all time, like
Okay.
depending on which iteration you read of Moon Knight, like he doesn't have powers, or he does have powers, but he worships a crazy ass Egyptian god, and he has to deal with his mental illness. Like he's so much more interesting, and he's just
There's more layers. He's like an onion.
yeah, he's like an onion, man. He's got layers.
So
Hot
we
takes.
we have a Punch the Timeline here who are our guests last week, and seems like we're spitting some hot takes here. There we go.
Well,
Who has hot
as of right now, Spidey's moving on. So next, I know. I know.
Horseshit's rigged. As I'm wearing a Moon Knight shirt. No,
It's fine. It's your all's contest.
it's
I get it.
horseshit.
It's your all's contest.
So next up, we have the Vision versus Wolverine. Who you guys got?
Ooh.
I mean, okay, I'll go first. This one, I think that, the Wolverines. I like Wolverine more. Mainly because I didn't know much about the Vision before
I love that
Avengers.
He got his cup. Like,
Listen
I
to
had
me.
to go get more wine. I'm so
Listen to
sorry.
me. Listen to me. This is a weekly occurrence on the podcast, and he does it out of spite at this
No,
point.
I just drink. I like wine with ice in it. I want it to stay cold. Okay.
I'm
You should
gonna
get
go
yourself a brewmate. No sponsored here. Not a plug. Keeps your wine nice and cold, just like my beer.
I'm gonna go
with,
Amazon.
but we
real
can be sponsored if you want.
That's
Yeah,
right, brewmate.
Yeah, pay us. I'll put that money in my pocket.
Anyway, I'm gonna go with Vision.
Okay. Sam, did
Wolverine.
you already go? Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Okay, Wolverine will be moving on. All of these things are gonna get nuts. All right. Next up, a pair of teammates going head to head. We have Storm versus the Beast.
Hmm.
Who you got, boys?
Shit.
Yeah,
Mike, why you do
Not
this? Why you do
I
this
didn't
to
do
me?
it. You did it.
Why you do this to me?
Well, technically, Twitter did it because Beast wouldn't have moved on without Twitter. So
Shit. I think I'm gonna go. Going Storm.
There you go. There's the right choice.
Yeah, there's the right opinion.
so I'm assuming Jesse's taking.
Yeah,
Storm.
that's Storm.
Alex
Beast's
Jacob.
great, but like Storm.
I'm gonna see what Jacob says first.
See, I can only
No
base it off
pressure,
of
bro.
who I think is cooler, and I think, to me, it's like I like Beast's power more. I understand that Storm's awesome because she's a woman, and it's great, but I just have to go with Beast, I don't-
That's fine. I mean, you can choose to be wrong. That's fine.
I'll take it. Okay.
You know, I have this reputation of being a contrarian, but that's not the case. But it is today. I'm going to go with Beast.
Okay. Well, you guys were in the minority because factoring in the comments, Storm won that shit in a little landslide.
I figured as much.
Wes is commenting, and Beast should have never beat out Luke Cage.
So Luke Cage is one of Wes's favorite characters. So
Luke Cage is pretty badass. I'll give him that. I mean,
of course he was not. Timeline made it a little
Luke
closer.
Cage is lame.
Look, Wes, we've all had disappointments here.
Yes.
Listen, I just had one about 5 minutes ago.
that started the bracket for us.
Yeah. Look, it is what it is. All right. I don't expect this next one to be fair either. Finally, we have Batman versus Zatanna. Who you guys got? Yeah, I know that look.
I love Zatanna. I love magic, but I mean, it's the goddamn bat.
Batman.
I might be a bit of a contrarian here, but I don't enjoy Batman either. I'm so sorry. I think
What is wrong with you?
I don't mean to be that guy.
But he loves
Look,
Iron
that-
Man, and it's the same
Iron
same
Man
exact person.
he's super smart. He builds all of
So
his
is
own
Batman.
tech. Okay,
So is Batman.
whatever. I only know Batman from the movies.
Whatever.
Okay, and he had Morgan Freeman build him everything. All right, and that's all I know about Batman. And
3 movies.
3 minutes.
I'm losing all people. Anybody who had faith in me right now, they hate me now. I'm sure, but I'm definitely gonna go Zatanna. I don't know much or anything about her, but I don't like Batman, so it's a matter of opinion.
Sam, have you seen the comments?
Batman is the reason why I got into comic books. Batman the animated series was literally the turning point in my life and that introduced me into comic books. Batman's my favorite superhero. There's no question.
Yeah, Batman wins like easily.
Okay.
Janelle,
Hey Jacob, are you a Booster Gold fan by any
I
chance?
don't know who Booster Gold is. I see the comment. I don't know who he is. Who is he? Is he like the
He
gut
is
character
one of
of
the
Marvel?
most annoying characters ever created. It was a mistake to create this character.
Would you say
Time
that he is
traveler.
do you think he's the Jar Jar Binks of comic
Yes.
books? Okay.
Oh, he's worse
all
than
right.
Jar Jar.
Ooh. Okay. Well,
that might be.
That's
a bit
a hot
harsh.
take right there.
I know what I'm getting Jesse for his birthday.
My
Mr.
face
Gold
hurts, guys.
T-shirt.
My face hurts from
Joke's on
smiling.
you. My
Oh my
birthday was
God.
yesterday, so you already missed it.
God damn it! Happy belated birthday.
indeed, happy belated birthday. Oh, I'm not lying. I don't know who Booster Gold is.
In Jacob's defense, he's never read a comic book in his life. I bought him
Whoa.
4 for his birthday, and he's never read them. So
I read the Doctor Strange one you got me, and I'm still working on Sex Criminals. I'm still working on the other hilariously graphic novel that you got me. I don't. I forgot the name of it already. And
Look at the
Money
look
shot.
at the face
Money
Alex is
Shot.
giving you.
know. Yeah, I know. He's always so disappointed in me. Every time we record, it's the same face he gives me when we record.
I imagined it.
And I also bought him The Dark Knight Returns, so that way he would actually give a shit about Batman and see where that got me.
I haven't read it yet. Okay, that's the only reason I don't have it
He
appreciated.
cannot read.
I'm very.
That's
slow.
why I gave him pictures.
There's still too many words on the pictures. I'm sorry.
I'm like 2 volumes deep in Sex Criminals right now, and it's phenomenal.
You're welcome.
Phenomenal.
It looks really good, and I love the art style.
Yeah.
I'm a very slow reader. If
It's okay.
if I haven't said it before, I'm super slow at reading. I don't read good. I get to the end of the sentence and by the time I get to the end of the sentence, I have no idea what I just read and I have to go back and read it again. Oh, it's a process.
School was very hard for him.
You have no idea how many C's and D's that I got.
All right. So that's all I got. What I will do tonight is I will post the powers that you guys all picked on the interwebs because that's fun, and then I will start the setup for Fateful Four next week. I'm excited and also a little scared and also a little sad, but then also a little happy because it's a lot of work for me.
Hey, listen, they say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, and they're fucking wrong.
True. That is true. That is true.
All right,
You never stop working.
so gentlemen, one last shot. Let's plug all your stuff. Go ahead. Where can people find you?
Find us anywhere podcasts are available. What's your spaghetti policy? Find us on Twitter at Spag Policy Pod. We're also on Instagram.
I have a separate Twitter account where I just post the most random, ridiculous things. It's Jakub Daddy. It's Jakub Daddie, because surprisingly, Jakub Daddy with a Y is already taken, and that was upsetting to me.
I also have my own
out right now, by the way.
Oh man.
I also have one. It's OzDog12. We have a new episode every Friday, so give it a listen. I apologize in advance, but
maybe start with some newer episodes. The earlier episodes are fine, but the audio quality is okay. I would just, I think
perfect time to join in there.
I think Dillardman is a good episode to start.
Yeah.
I don't remember what number it is, but it's there. It's there.
In all honesty, if you've laughed even a little bit tonight, you'll, first of all, if you've never heard our show has a lot of this kind of silliness, but their show, if you've never listened to their show, do that tomorrow morning, because it's like this, but like less people.
Definitely check out last week's episode, because like you said, you almost peed your pants. So that's like best. That's like the best compliment we've ever got. So
what if I had actually peed my pants? Like I probably would have told you. I would have told you, because that's too embarrassing.
No, you can tell us. It's okay. We will definitely not share that on the internet. Probably we will, but it'll, it's fine. Everybody pees their pants.
I share conversations that I have with Jakub all the time on the internet, and I mean,
right.
Okay, quick question before we head off. Has anybody ever pooped their pants?
And that's it. It's been nice talking, everybody. We'll
junior year of high school.
Man, so like, is it legitimately like you had an accident, you just held it too long and it just came out all at once, or was it just like a little bit? Because I mean, everybody I think has done the point where they farted and they didn't know that it was a fart. Or there was like gonna be a little bit of poop in there.
So y'all, like, y'all ready for a story? You want a story?
Hell yeah!
All right, here we go. Some wine. So, junior year of high school.
We're doing this?
Junior year of high school, I had a bit of a cold, and turned out it was a little bit more than a cold, and but I was out for about a week. Had to come back into school, pick up some books and some things. And so it was before homeroom. Decided to go into the computer room and print out some stuff that I needed to print out. So the whole morning, I'm feeling a little bubble in my stomach.
Oh, no.
And I'm thinking, oh, all right. Well, that's there. That's a thing. Just be aware of that. And so time is going by. I print out my things. I have all my books gathered, and the bubble is growing, and I'm thinking to myself, well, here we go. This is going to be the fart right here, and here it goes. Yep, it is not a fart. So it happens, and I was in disbelief, as one might be, and I take my hand slowly, and I put it back, and just a little tap, and it shows that there is, in fact, something there. It is not just air.
Oh, gosh.
So, like I said, it is just before homeroom. I stick my head out of the computer room, and I see that no one is there. So I hold the back of my pants, and I do a little shuffle across the hallway, which conveniently there is a bathroom right there. Now I have to toss everything underneath the pants. And
okay, all right. That's a solid move. First off. You're good.
So toss everything underneath the pants. It's done. No coming back. And this is before a time that I had a phone. Also, my mom worked at the high school. However, this was the first day off that she had taken in about 3 years.
Wow. What luck.
I leave school for a day and you shit your pants.
So that's exactly what happened. So I had to go down to the office, and I tried to be sneaky about it. I'm like, all right, well, my mom's out. Let me just go to her office and use her phone to call my dad to tell him that, I needed some stuff and that he needs to get here now. And so I go into the office, and my mom's hard-ass boss decides to stop in unexpectedly. And so he calls me into...
What are you doing? What's your underwear? Why do you need underwear all of a sudden? Like, what'd you do? Shit yourself?
He calls me into his office, says, what are you doing using somebody's phone? And I sit him down, and I look straight into his eyes, and I say, Mr. Downsbeck, I shit my pants. And he does one of these. He's like, okay. So he hands me the phone. I call my dad. He comes, gives me my things. I go about my day. And that is the time
so great.
I shit my pants.
That's so. I mean, honestly, and I don't think you're the first person to ever do that.
That's a great
and I think
story.
you handled it perfectly. Your execution was perfect. You didn't run out of the school screaming like I would have done, or left a trail behind me. Just a very horrible trail.
You would have hid in the
behind me.
bathroom until the final bell.
Bro, I would never come back to school. Honestly, I don't think you can. Like, to me, it's like if I shit my pants and I made a huge scene out of it, I don't come back to school. I remember when I got my
leave the
dog,
country.
my dog got sprayed by a skunk, and I didn't realize it until after I'd held the dog for like an hour or something like that. And then I go to school smelling like a skunk. I almost quit school forever because I smelled like a skunk for a day. So I can't imagine shitting my pants. But
You can't come
handled
back
it.
from being skunk boy either. Like, it's
You
impossible.
really can't. And it was
False. I'll have to share that story another time, but I
Alright,
went
I feel like-
yeah.
So punch
Yeah, I
the
will
timeline.
give
Come
you-
for the comic brackets. Stay for the poop stories.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for having us on. I really do appreciate it.
So
no
sorry,
problem.
everybody.
I will. I have a poop story for you guys, but not now.
No,
And
no.
it's not
Okay.
me, by the way. It's quite entertaining. All right, I'm out. I'm done.
All right, everybody.
I
thank
think
you
we're
so
done.
much. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you
joining us
very
tonight.
much.
Watch Spaghetti Policy, guys. Thank you again for joining
Thanks
us.
for having us, man.
Be sure to check out our podcasts on whatever platform you listen to it on. Check out our social, twistedcape.com, our TeePublic page, and be sure to check out next Thursday. Where Mike, do we have our next guest lined up?
Yes, the Terrified and Tipsy podcast.
There we go.
It will be very fun.
So-
Ooh, I'll check that as well.
So looking
I
forward.
would be remiss if I didn't say that was a nice shirt there, Mike.
Thank
We
you.
also
Yeah,
have a shop on TeePublic as well.
Yep, as do we.
Hell
So yeah, I think there's still 35% off. So go to TeePublic right now and get some both Twisted Cape and What's Your Spaghetti Policy merch and enjoy that discount, baby.
There we go. All right, so everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
I need photos of Spider-Man.